You wrote an article, and it's very timely, very interesting, just based on some of the talent that is available in this draft. Andrew Berry willing to take a risk on injured players. There's Ajabo, Jameson Williams, John Mechie. Take us through that and kind of what your thoughts are with that.
So we never get anything from Andrew Berry. You know, it's just typical GM talk. It's just vague, close to the chest. Close to the vest, however you want to say. You can say both of those things. I use chest in the article, and someone pointed out that I could use both. I knew that. I chose chest. But yeah, we don't get that. But the fact that he said something that he would consider taking a risk on some of these injured players or guys coming off injury. But there's a lot of things that go into that process. And he mentioned that in his press conference last week. The severity of the injury, the amount of time it's going to take for that player to recover. Is he going to be able to play this season? If so, when? Is he going to have to essentially be a medically redshirted freshman like they do in college? Obviously, it had to pay him still. But yeah, Ajabo would be great. But his injury is the Achilles injury, which is way more serious than Williams and Mechie coming off ACL tears. But if you did that, you get high risk, high reward because of the Achilles. The ACLs, as you know, players come back from those faster than ever now. When I was growing up, watching football, if you got an ACL tear, your career was almost borderline over, depending on who you were. And now it's like, hey, you guys are out 9 to 12 months. Oh, I'm back in 7, and I feel great, and I'm going to go do my thing. So someone like Jameson Williams, I don't think he's falling outside of the first round, but if he does somehow fall to 44, I would love that. John Mechie, he's a guy that the Browns could take at 44, but they could also find him at 78, I think, depending on how the draft falls and all that. But yeah, the fact that Andrew Berry is willing to do that is take a risk on these injured guys, and I think that's great, and it shows that he's really more of a student of the game than what we think. And the fact that he gave us that little nugget, a very vague little nugget about it, but a nugget nonetheless. We don't get that often from him. Like I said, just GM talk. We'll consider all options. Everything is up for debate. So here we are here. But yeah, I love any one of those three players if we can get them at 44.
Yeah, my thought would be a lot of those big-time injured guys with high upside, back half of that first round, somebody that is an established, really good team will take a chance on because you get that 5th year, so that it doesn't hurt as much if they miss the entire first season because you got them locked in potentially for 4 more years. Just the thought that I have, that's late in the first round. Those are values that really good GMs usually take advantage of.
Absolutely. And last year Greg Newsome was a later round first round pick, and he was 26 overall. And now we'll have him for the next hopefully 4 years and hopefully beyond that. But that's a huge thing, and we don't have that luxury this year of having that first round pick. But in a sense, we do, because Deshaun Watson has the 5-year deal. So that's essentially like your first round pick, but we already know what he can do. But yeah, that's tremendous value. And I don't know if Jameson Williams gets outside the top 20. I think someone takes him inside the top 20, even with his injury.
Yeah, I'm with you. That they considered him a potential #1 overall pick if he didn't get hurt. So